Me and Chris started off in Cat Suicide together, and we would play a lot of acoustic songs in the beginning.
And then how did you guys incorporate Andy into the band?
I was at Peter Piper Pizza one day, and then Chris called me and asked me if I could jam for this one show. So I showed up and I did it, and they liked me, so I just stayed.
Do you guys all jive with the same type of music? Do you guys thrive off different stuff? Where you guys at with that?
I think it is different.
Yeah, I think it's very different. Like everyone has their own roots.
Because I believe I've talked to you once before, and you've told me like the music you listen to outside is completely different from the music that you guys incorporate into your shows.
It's our own stuff in the end, because like I like Blink-182 a lot, and I didn't know if they did actually. Like I still don't know if Chris likes Blink the way I do.
Nah, I will listen to something else. Just
Rockabilly, I remember with you, man.
Yeah,
And speaking of your first album that was just dropped, a couple months ago now? When do you guys plan on releasing your next album?
Within the next few months.
You guys don't have like a set date yet?
No.
No.
So what do you guys like to do when you're not playing music?
Jack off.
Sleeping.
the first one.
Who would you say is your by far best opening act?
I mean, the Cribs was the best one, but the Frights was a better show.
As far as the project you guys have going on right now, I mean, how long did it take to build up to that? Cat Suicide? How did you guys start it off? Where did you even come up with that name?
I have no clue how Cat Suicide even came to life, dude. I started playing with them, and then right before I even
Was it
knew.
just like mixing words around, or did you guys actually?
Well, no, like when I joined, Cat Suicide was already a band, but once I started playing with them, right before my eyes, like we were already popular, you know, we were picking up momentum and people were already listening to us. And the name, I don't even know, dude. The name, he knows about it.
It started with Chris, because Chris said katsu, which is Japanese for something. And then I wanted to be more cheesy with the name and emotion, like emo-ish. And so he wrote Suicide in a box, and then I was like, that's awesome. I like that one better.
Now, do you guys have any side projects that you're working on at the moment?
I try to, and I can't. But I think
So your heart and soul is in Cat Suicide.
yeah, right now. But Chris is in
Yeah,
a couple bands.
yeah, I got a couple projects.
I feel myself that you guys are just kind of creating your own scene. The sound you guys come up with, I mean, you can hear influences from other bands, but it's definitely something that you guys adopted. It's not like you guys sound like this band or you guys sound like that band. I mean, you guys sound like Cat Suicide. I know you guys added Andy into the mix, but how many years have you guys been playing for exactly?
I think a full year by now.
It should be a full
I
year.
think it's been about a full year since they recruited me.
And before you guys came together, were you guys doing your own thing with other bands, or did you guys start off with other bands?
Yeah, I was in a couple of other bands. I was playing for First and Stanton, and that was going pretty well for a while, and then that ended. I also had my main band, which I played with like every weekend. Little tiny shows. We weren't that popular or anything, but we were called the Imaginariums. Yeah, and then I started jamming with these guys and slowly started drifting away from them. They're still my homies, though. I love you guys.
Have you guys ever thought about adding like another member to the band, or is this pretty much the trio?
Yeah, we thought about it, but this is nice.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you guys take criticism against the band or towards the band, or do you even receive any?
Oh, I mean, we don't really get any that often, but when we do, like, it's about little things about how we should like perfect our speed or like tempo or whatever. But I like it. I mean, it helps me try to become a better musician.
Do you guys like clash with other bands by any
Yeah,
means, or-
naturally, because everyone's just trying to.
You don't have to like throw names out or anything, but
No, it's everyone, including us. Like
It's
we're
'cause
all
it's
just trying to.
competitive.
Yeah, it's a healthy competition, for sure.
Okay, relationships. What are you guys' love lives like?
Okay.
I'll start off with Noah.
Okay. I like people, and I have friends and lovers, and it can be confusing in this day and age. For me, I'm better off just kind of letting things happen by themselves. Yeah. But I'm single right now. I'm not in a relationship.
I don't even know how to answer that. I have a girlfriend. I'm in love with her. That's it.
And you, Chris?
Yeah, I have my girlfriend at home too, dude. Well, she's at work right now.
Do you guys get involved in anything? I know I asked you about your hobbies, but any extracurricular like skateboarding, sports maybe?
I was never good at skateboarding.
Chris and I used to go skateboarding sometimes.
Well, I would cruise on a longboard, but I would go chill and shit with this guy. This guy knows how to do some nice things, dude. Like, yeah, dude, this fool just go chill at like Carolina, and just like, dude, he'll just do the bowl and shit like nothing. I'm like, that's pretty
I was
cool.
a skater as a kid.
What else do you like to do other than play for Cat Suicide?
I guess just kind of see, like, I'm always checking my priorities, because, I mean, anyone could do a lot of things, but I'm always double checking, like, what I really want to do, like, and
He's a really good drawer. He draws a lot.
I've seen that too, man.
thank you.
Would you guys say that there's like a spine to your guys' group? Like a backbone?
Yeah, I guess it's Andy, because
Andy.
me and Chris are kind of, we have a lot of attitude, and I think Andy, he has a lot of attitude also, but, like, he's the center of it.
Chris seems pretty mellowed out.
Yeah, ask him why.
Because I'm somewhat sober, so that I'm not used to it, dude.
That's actually what I was gonna ask next too. I mean, when you guys play shows, I mean, do you drink for the show? Do you pretty much stay sober? Have you ever done anything crazy before a show?
I feel like for most shows, I've been losing my mind a lot. Like I like to drink.
No, because I've been to a few of your guys' shows, and you're the first person I see crowd surfing, man. So, and it's not just like once; it's like a couple times that you're in the crowd surf.
Like when other bands are playing?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you guys just have like that vibe, you know, like
yeah.
like that fast-paced vibe. So I get it. Have you guys ever crowd surfed while you were playing a live set?
No.
It's kind of hard for you to do.
I'm like thinking about it. I rolled into people at this one house show once. Like I thought we had finished playing, and I was like, okay, fuck it, and I did like this like front flip on the drums onto like the crowd, and then all of a sudden I started playing another song. I had to jump
Damn,
back.
man.
Is that when you fell?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The adrenaline in that, man.
Yeah.
Did you mess up the drum set or?
Nah, not really, not at all. But like I heard him start the song, and I just had to jump quick.
Is it safe to ask who your guys' favorite locals are?
My favorite local band, for the longest time, was a band called Ralphine. It was a 3-piece band, and they sounded like the Pixies, and I still love them. They're not a band anymore, but they're really cool. And they didn't have a big following, but I was always at their shows.
Lunas.
Lunas. Cool.
Yeah, they're my favorite local band.
Yeah, Ernie's sick, man.
I know almost every single word to their songs.
How were you able to put that whole album that you guys just released not too long ago together?
I had to sell I just put in a lot of money into the album. Yeah.
So it was all you, or?
It was all Noah.
I mean, you guys all came together with
the first album was all Noah. He made that album happen. I mean, yeah, we all came in together like as a band to like do our own thing, but
It was 'cause,
Noah made it happen. Noah made the studio happen.
Do you guys find yourself clashing a lot of the time? Are you guys pretty friendly with each other? Yeah.
We clash. I mean, you know, everyone has their own problems, but no, we're pretty good most of the time.
We're just mature about it.
Is it just when you guys do fall into that kind of that problem clashing with each other? Is it more because of the music you're trying to incorporate in? Everyone has their own ideas, or just
No.
typical band? I want to say band drama. That's a little.
No, I guess it'd be like just like on the days that we can practice and stuff like that. But no, like as far as the music, like we're always on the same page. Like we're like someone has something to play, we all get together to make that sound good.
Is there like a Is there like a slacker of the group?
No.
No, everyone shows up on time. Everyone gets their stuff done.
Surprisingly, it's a really good band.
Cool, man. Cool. When did you guys really find out who you were, the scene you liked, the music you wanted to play? When did that all come together?
I honestly feel like I haven't even found myself like in any type of music yet.
I was like going to shows in middle school, but I was going to like fixed idea shows and shit like that.
I know you like that rockabilly music. When did you get all into that kind of stuff? Is it just something that you started listening to when you were young?
My uncle plays rockabilly and shit, so I've always gone to his shows since I was like fucking in like elementary school or some shit like that, dude.
But
So,
then I hear them say that you brought the ska influence into the band.
yeah, and then
And I feel like a lot of that's from like the fixed idea that you were telling me about.
yeah, going to shows, Voodoo Glow Skulls, shit like that, and then I played with them for a little bit too when I was like 17. So that was cool. I mean, it was fun. But yeah, dude, like it was just going to those kind of shows and shit like that. I've been to a couple of like the punk shows, just like around the area and shit. And they're always fun too. Just get all trashed and get into pits and shit. So.
Now, another question I have for you guys. I mean, the local scene here in El Paso, a lot of these shows that you have to go out to, you have to, I mean, it's 21 plus. Now, back when you guys were going to these shows in middle school, did you just know people, or how were you able to get into those?
No, when I would go to shows, I would go with my uncle, cause like I didn't know where there were shows. I didn't know like nobody that I knew in middle school or high school that I talked to gave a shit about any of that music. So like I just didn't know anybody else like-minded.
Do you guys believe in alien life forms?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
UFOs and all that?
I think Noah is an alien.
So there's this thing called channeling, where people like put themselves in a subconscious state, and they open up gates where other life forms can make contact through your body. It's like exorcism, kind of, but not really.
Whoa.
And I talked to someone that was channeling an alien, supposedly. So,
Yeah, that's just fucking awesome. It's on the.
It's kind of like
on
that
the-
movie that came out not too long ago.
which one?
I totally forgot the name of it, but aliens are like possessing people and all that shit.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I talked to that alien.
Wait, so you spoke to an alien?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. What's it called? Noah asks questions.
Yeah. Well, the alien's name is Bashar. That's what he goes off as.
Is this like a
Yeah.
frequent thing that happens?
No, I just did it once. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Dude, that was badass, dude.
You
I
guys
remember.
haven't had any of these kind of encounters before?
No, I wish. The one thing I've been getting into lately is remote viewing. It's like the like psychic abilities and shit like that.
Oh shit. Like
Yeah.
telekinesis. And
Yeah, like secret, like the psychic spies that they did, like in the 70s and shit. The guy who did the experiment was Russell Targ.
The men who stare at goats.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of it was true.
Would you guys consider yourself conspiracy theorists?
Not conspiracy theorists, but like, I mean, it's just know what's going on, you know? If it's fucked up, I mean, people close their eyes to it, then, you know, at least don't have your eyes closed too, kind of attitude, you know? I think that's how I feel most of the time.
Just keeping yourself informed.
Mm-hmm. What Chris said.
Would you guys say that you got your styles of playing music from anybody, or is that just something that?
Actually, yeah. Me Without You. That's one of the bands that I like. Well, like their drumming. The drummer from Me Without You has a lot of influence.
And is that a newer band or?
No, they've been around for a while, actually. They're just very underground.
I like 60s, 70s rock and roll a lot. Like, that's my shit, and that's what I would like Cat Suicide to be, like, to me.
And it's so weird, and I know I've asked you guys this kind of like several times already, but just all the music that you guys listen to, like, it's just weird how you formed it into the band that you have now, the music you're playing now. I mean, there's so many different influences that I hear when I listen to you guys play, but you can't really narrow or pinpoint it down. It's like you guys have your own sound. Would you guys ever consider like labeling your music? Maybe coming up with like a new term?
think yeah, like we would just say I say garage, rock and roll, and you know Andy agrees. It seems
Say rock and roll.
I don't know what Chris would call it.
I wouldn't call it anything. It's just like go listen to it and whatever you want to call it, dude. It doesn't matter. It's just music, dude. It's just music.